Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the 2021 Transformers Collaborative X-Men Ultimate X-Spanse. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second on here, have a look at everything that comes inside the packaging. We're then going to have a detailed look at him in each of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We'll do a couple of comparisons because the main, obviously, jet is a bit of, well, takes a lot of use out of Studio Series Jetfire, so we can have a look at that. And of course, before we do all of that, let's have a look at the packaging. And to be honest, the packaging is quite cool. And for those people who saw my toy hunt / toy haul video, I never really intended to get this, but this is, and it still is at the moment, it is heavily discounted in Smith's stores in the UK. So yeah, that's obviously the main reason why I've got it. I do actually like the look of it, to be honest. I do think it looks really good. It's going to be, 34 steps, so it's going to be quite tough, quite tricky, I would imagine. And there you go, we've got the crossover logo there saying 2021. But again, the price that it was just a little too much. So maybe it looks like it's going to start to be reduced everywhere. So we can already see inside the packaging, he looks huge, and I suppose it's what I would class as, let's get rid of the glare, a real leader class sort of sized figure, which is what the movie ones are. Some of the newer figures, like obviously in the Kingdom line, they're not the greatest, as in not greatest, sorry, they're great figures, but they're not the biggest. They don't live up to the leader class moniker, shall we say, whereas the old movie figures, the leader class figures, were absolutely huge. And this guy again looks, I mean, look at that, that looks huge. It does, it looks great. It's, well, yeah, it's tied in quite securely. Looking at this, yeah, really securely. We've obviously got the little figurines there, the attachments. What else have we got? Let's see if I can balance this up neatly like so. And we've just got what looks like to be a really thick instructions, obviously, and the safety information. Okay, I'm literally just going to cut him free from there, and I will come straight back to you. Okay then, so as you can see, I've just quickly freed him from his plastic casing, and we've got him in his alternate mode to start off with. And this is a licensed Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird, and it is of course based on the X-Jet from the obviously X-Men series. And I love the color scheme on it. The color scheme is brilliant, and of course it is so reminiscent of the very early 90s cartoon, which I've got really good fond memories of actually watching that on a Saturday morning TV. You can pretty much gauge how big this is. It's massive. I'm going to do some comparisons in a second anyway, but it's a huge jet. We've got the tail, well, we've got the wings at the back, they're not full wings, but you know what I mean. They move up and down. Obviously, you can put them into position how you want them. We've got the landing gear that's down there as well. We've got a load of things going on underneath, which, to be honest, obviously that gives away a bit of robot kibble, but I can't imagine many people will be actually displaying this in this particular mode. And if you did, it's all underneath, so you're not really going to see it. Anyway, we've got a couple of little figures to have a look at. We've got Wolverine and Sabretooth. They're probably about an inch high or so 25 millimeters. And then we've got some, that looks like Wolverine's hands, but we've basically just got some other accessories which we can attach to him when he's in robot mode. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing in a second. Let's just have a quick once more look over at him. And yeah, lovely color scheme. Really good, really retro-ish. If anything as well, if it wasn't, X-Men, you could borderline put this in the G2 category because it's quite garish with the colours, which of course they were in the early 90s, and that's why I suppose it fits so well. Right, I'm going to now transform him, and we're going to have a look at him in his other mode. Right then, so as you can see, I've transformed him already into his robot mode. Quick apologies for not doing it on camera. A couple of reasons. One, to keep the length of the video down. Two, not to spoil it for yourself. And the other reason for this guy, I've never experienced a mold like this, in honesty, and it did take me a little bit of time. Not too much. It took me a bit of time, but it wasn't too difficult, in honesty. And I'm really, actually, don't think I'm blown away, but I'm very surprised at how good this actually is. It's really good. I mentioned obviously that in the first part that it's, you know, they took some parts from the Leader Class Jetfire figure. It's actually very minimal bits. It's quite different. It really is quite different. Maybe it was my memory failing me, but I was thinking that it was quite similar to this particular guy here, which you can see obviously some of the parts maybe with these wings coming up at the back, etc. But it is a totally different figure. I was completely getting that wrong, so apologies for that. But look at him, it's really good. I'm actually really surprised. It is really tall as well. The little figures are supposed to, in some of the pictures, they've got them balancing. He says balancing. I'm not even going to attempt to do that on there. But let's have a look at him then up close. And what I really like about this guy is all the bits, the attention to details. Of course, I've got him there. As you can see, you've got full, of course, head articulation round, up and down. Mine will literally go all the way around. I managed to lift it right out. I don't know if I've done that right or not, but a lot of the pictures I've seen in the head's literally tucked right underneath, but I managed to pull it right up, no problem. It's also got the visor there, and you've got a brilliantly detailed head sculpt. Articulation wise is probably as good as you're going to get, especially for a figure this side. Arms will go all the way around, of course they will. You can see where the ratchets are all out to the side. If you want to be pedantic, you can say that, look, that part moves out when it moves up sometimes, but you can just easily click it back in. You can hear it click then. You've got a full waist spin as part of the transformation, same as the hips, same as the knees. These will go all the way up, right out to the side. Basically, I'm not going to go into too much with detail with all the articulation because it's all there. They've even got like a double knee joint. It's brilliant. I mean, you can properly pose this, and I know I'm quite late with the review on this, so I'm sure you've seen lots of pictures with him in some really good poses. What I am going to show you though is, I suppose, a bit more of attention to detail on it, and the fact that there's loads of, like, I don't know if they're hidden intentionally, but like all the details of the X. I mean, see them there hidden away in the back of the legs. The legs collapse down really well, actually. There's the back of the knee, there's the X. There's just loads of them in the belt. The detail on it is really good. I'm very impressed. It's up to you how you want to put the landing gear. I tend to put it up because I think it just fills out his torso a bit more. If I want to be pedantic, these things here are incredibly annoying, and what I'd suggest doing is literally just taking them off. We'll see how easy they come off before you even start the transformation. Just take them off, because they do get in the way. They are incredibly loose, and that's if I wanted to be really negative about it. You can see the foot there. You've obviously got the ankle tilt, the rock to be able to, you know, to pose him exactly how you want him. Again, brilliant. Really impressed. Let's attach some of the accessories then. So we can basically, again, on here, you've got all these 5mm ports just on the outside of his hands. So you can put in the accessories that, you know, that come with it if you want, like that. Like so, but because they're just the normal 5mm ports, I've just got some from Rodimus here as well, so you can literally it's going to pull him over a little bit maybe, but you know, you can, yeah, you can use whatever you want. You can balance them up. Yeah, it'll even counterbalance that. Look at that. So you, again, if you've got, which we all have, let's be honest, we've got loads of these blast effects here, there and everywhere. I don't mind these being up here, but again, you can manipulate them how you want. You can fold it up, fold it over. I think it looks all right either way, to be honest. And again, you can see you've got good movement in and around. This does all click in as well, but I've just lifted mine out. Of course, this little bit will go around Wolverine's waist, like you can see in all the pictures as well. Another added little bonus. Again, as I say, I am quite impressed with this figure. I didn't know what to expect, and honestly, like I said at the beginning of the video, I did like the look of it, but I didn't like the price. And again, I'm a year late with the review, but that's because I didn't buy it when it first came out, and now I do like it. As I say, it is reduced. I also mentioned in the other part of the video that the colours on it are very 90ish, very, you know, in the 90s, very garish, and I thought that they'd perhaps go with Generation 2 figures. And I suppose just to prove what I was saying, they pretty much go together, don't they? Let's be honest. But that's also there for your size comparison guide. You can see he is much bigger. He is definitely a leader class figure, very much so. Here's another Voyager figure there to the side with a bit of crazy colouring on him as well. But no, I'm impressed with this guy. I am, and I suppose I'm going to recommend to you guys again, if you can get him at a heavily discounted price, which he is at the moment at Smith's in the UK, I imagine the American online retailers and everything will follow suit very soon, again with the fact that he's been out over a year. But yeah, impressed with the guy. Great detail, looks really good. And as I say, I think displaying him in robot mode is definitely the way forward. Even though the jet is good, it looks all right, as we've looked at, you know, you've got all the nice detail on it, etc. But I just think, yeah, I mean, the colour scheme, look, it's brilliant. You've even got two different types of grey silvers. You've got the grey silver there, you've got darker grey on the inside of the forearm, like a gunmetal grey. You've just got, it's really good, to be honest. It's really good. It's, I suppose it would be, that's why it's a premium price, I suppose, is the best way I can put it, isn't it? But no, like him. There you go. Hope you enjoyed looking at him as well. Hope it helped with your decision. And yeah, keep your ideas and suggestions coming forward. And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.